Understanding Operating System, Pacific Intercontinental College, Introduction to Computer Operations. What is an operating system? An operating system is the most important software that runs on a computer. It manages the computer's memory, process, and all of its software and hardware. It also allows you to communicate with the computer without knowing how to speak the computer's language, which is binary or 10110. Without an operating system, a computer is basically useless. The job of the operating system is to manage all of the software and hardware on the computer. Most of the time, there are many different computer programs running at the same time, and that they all need to access your computer's central processing unit or CPU, memory, and storage. The operating system coordinates all of this to make sure each program gets what it needs. Operating system usually comes preloaded on any computer you buy. Most people use the operating system that comes with their computers, but it's possible to upgrade or even change the operating system. The three most common operating systems for personal computers are Microsoft Windows, the logos which you can see on the first image, Mac OS X, and Linux, the penguin one. It's cute, right? Anyway, modern operating systems use a graphical user interface, which I have discussed on the previous lesson, or GUI. A GUI lets you use your mouse to click icons, buttons, and menus, and everything is clearly displayed on the screen using a combination of graphic and text. Each operating system's GUI has a different look and feel, so if you switch to a different operating system, it may seem unfamiliar at first. However, modern operating systems are designed to be easy to use, and most of the basic principles are, well, the same. On the image below, can you identify which operating system is which? On the first image, do you know which operating system is it? How about the second image? How about the last one? Did you identify all of them? If not, don't worry, we're here to discuss about it. Okay, the first image, which is the Microsoft Windows. Microsoft created the Windows operating system in the mid-1980s. Over the years, there have been many different versions of the Windows, but the most recent ones are Windows 8, which released in 2012, Windows 7, released on 2009, and Windows Vista, 2007. Windows comes preloaded on most new personal computers, which helps to make it the most popular operating system in the world. If you're buying a new computer or are upgrading to a new version of Windows, you can choose from several different editions of Windows, such as Home Premium, Professional, and Ultimate. You may need to do some research to decide which edition is right for you. The next operating system is the Mac OS X. Mac OS is a line of operating system that created by Apple. It comes preloaded on all Macintosh computers or Macs. All of the recent versions are known as OS X, and the specific versions include Yosemite, released in 2014, Mavericks 2013, Mountain Lion 2012, Lion 2011, and Snow Leopard. Apple also offers a version called Mac OS X Server, which is designed to be run on server computers. According to StatCounter Global Stats, Mac OS X users account for 9.5% of the operating system market as of September 2014, much lower than the percentage of Windows users, which is almost 90%. One reason for this is that the Apple computers tend to be more expensive. However, many people prefer the look and feel of Mac OS X. The last operating system, or the last common operating system, is the Linux. Linux is a family of open source operating system, which means that they can be modified and distributed by any around the world. This is different from proprietary software like Windows, which can be modified by the company that owns it, which is the Microsoft. The advantage of Linux are that it's free and there are many different distributions or versions you can choose from. Each distribution has a different look and feel. The most popular ones is the Ubuntu, Mint, and Fedora. Linux is named after Linus Torvalds, who created the Linux kernel in 1991. The kernel is the computer code that is a central part of the operating system. Now, according to the StatCounter Global Stats, Linux users account for less than 2% of the operating system market as of September 2014. However, most servers run Linux because it's relatively easy to customize. The next operating system we've been talking about were designed to run on desktop and or laptop computers. Mobile devices such as phones, tablets, computers, and MP3 players are different from desktop and laptop computers. So they run operating systems that are designed specifically for mobile devices. Example of mobile operating system includes Apple iOS, Windows Phone, and Google Android. In the screenshot you can see on the left side, you can see that it is a screenshot of Apple iOS running on an iPad. Operating system for mobile devices generally aren't as useful featured as those made for desktop and laptop computers, and they aren't able to run all the same software. However, you can still do a lot of things with them, like watch movies, browse the computer, manage your calendar, and play games. Okay, so we got a few challenges for you. First is, what is an operating system? Can you summarize it? What operating system does your computer use? Are you using Microsoft Windows, Mac OS X, or are you using Linux? You can visit the Microsoft and Apple website to learn more about each operating system. How about search the internet for articles that compares Windows and Mac OS X? In your opinion, which of the two is better? Why don't you visit the Ubuntu, Mint, and Fedora websites to learn more about them? If you have a PC and currently use an older version of Windows, such as Windows 7, why don't you search article comparing Windows 8.1 and Windows 7? You may want to read our lessons on upgrading to Windows 8.1 to help you decide if you should upgrade. The lessons can be seen further in the lessons. Okay, thank you and see you in the next lesson.